used to be that we needed 2 points in order to graph a line, but now that we know about slopes, all we need is 1 point, assuming that we have the slope. So let's say I have the point 1, 2 with a slope of, let's say, 3. So I have a point, I have a slope. How do I graph this? Let me bring up a coordinate plane like so. So let's start with our point 1, 2. So that leaves us right here. And we have a slope of 3. And remember, slope is, I'll write it in a different color. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The rise over run, or the change in y over the change in x. Or you can think of it again as the change in y per unit x. So if we look at this as a change in y per unit x, that means the y changes by 3 every time x changes by 1. So if x goes up 1, y goes up 3. So we have, or if you want to think of it as rise over run, it rises 3 for every run of 1. So let's look at that. So change in x. So for every change in x, every 1x, we go up 1, 2, 3. And that's all there is to it. Just put a line through the points. Again, this is a terrible line, but I'm not Leonardo da Vinci. So there we are. That's a very simple one. Let's do one with a negative slope. See how to approach that. So say we have a point, let's do 2, 4. And let's say we have a slope of, we'll do minus 1/2. So we put up another coordinate plane. So we'll start at our point 2, 4, which is here. So a legitimate question that a lot of people have is, if I'm looking at as a rise or a run or a change in y or a change in x, where does the minus sign go? Is it minus 1 over 2, or is it 1 over minus 2? Because in one direction we're going down 1. So the first example we're going down 1 and over 2. In the second example we're going up 1 and back 2. And the answer is that they're both right. They're both on the line. And I'll show you why. So here we have our point. Let's assume that we think it's we're going to do minus 1 over 2. So that means we go down 1 and then over 2. 1, 2. So here. And we can draw a line now. But say someone else wanted to do this second example right here. So we did this first one, but let's say we want to do this one now. So if we wanted to do up 1 and then back 2, 1, 2, that would be here. Well, yeah, that would be here. And I know it doesn't look like it's on a line. That's because it's not drawn very well. But you would notice that either way, if we had gone from here to here or from here to here, both of these should be on the same line, and it's still the same rate of change. So to answer the question, it does not matter whether the minus sign is on the top or the bottom. They will both give you the exact same answer. So that is what I hope to achieve out of this example. Of course, it's not drawn very well, but if you draw it out on graphing paper, you should get a more accurate answer. And the last one I wanted to do is this. We'll do 2 minus 4 with the slope of 0. So here's 2, here's 2 minus 4. And now a slope of 0, that means we have a rate of change of 0. So that would imply there is a 0 on the top of our, and then we have some x down here. So that means there's no change in y for every x. So that means if we go over one, there's no change in y, so it's here. If we go over another one, there's no change in y. So that means that this is a horizontal line.